Hello, snakes! My name is Dante, and today it's Podcast Tuesday once again. So this time, I'm going to be talking about the new Secret Lair drop series from February 2020, from worst to best. So that excludes the Chinese New Year drop series special because that was in January. So there were 21 different cards in the new set, in the new drop series, and I'm going to review all of the 21 cards from worst to best. So let's start off at number 21. And we got a Farah, God of the Polis. So a Farah is a 4-mana 6/5 legendary enchantment creature, god, indestructible. As long as your devotion to white and blue is less than 7, a Farah isn't a creature. And at the beginning of each upkeep, if you had another creature enter battlefield under your control last turn, draw a card. It's not really that good. It's only good supplying cards, but only if you just frequently drop creatures down. Probably drop creatures at instant speed and other stuff like that. Like, it's not really that good, so it's probably the worst of February's drop series cards. So yeah, that's the Farah. So let's get go to our number 20. So yeah, it's Farah, God of Affliction. So Farah is a 3-mana 5/5 legendary enchantment creature, god with indestructible. As long as your devotion to black and green is less than 7, she's into creature. 2 mana. Exile a creature from a graveyard, and its owner creates a 1/1 black and green snake enchantment with Death Touch. Wow! Enchantment snakes with Death Touch. That's cool. Yeah, it's just really good. Farah just generating stuff. But if you really want the snakes, then you just have to sell stuff from your graveyard. You can just do like group hug or just giving stuff by just exiling stuff from your opponent's graveyards, and then they get the snakes. But I think that only works in Commander. Like, if you just like kind of like a Forbidden Orchard politicking. Yeah, probably similar like that. It's not really that good anyways. So let's get to our number 19. In case if you want one of you just pop up and go like, why is it all just Pharos gods? Well, guess what? For some reason, one of the drop series sets actually had to be Pharos Stargazing, where they just featured like alternate arts for the original Pharos gods, similar to how they appeared in Pharos Beyond Death, and they had to do it for each of the 15 Pharos gods. But yeah, they're still really cool. So, Mokey is 4-mana 7/5 legendary enchantment creature, god with indestructible. As long as your devotion to black and red is less than 7, he isn't a creature. At the beginning of each opponent's upkeep, Mokey deals 2 damage to that player unless they sacrifice a creature. Yeah, it's it's just good because they can just consistently just deal damage to opponents in Commander or just kill their creatures. So yeah, it's good. Let's get to our number 18. And we got Healy Odd, God of the Sun. 4 mana, 5/6 legendary enchantment creature, god with indestructible. As long as your devotion to white is less than 5, he instant a creature. Other creatures you control have vigilance. 4 mana, create a 2/1 cleric enchantment creature token. So yeah, it's also good at creating enchantment tokens, which is quite good. Similar to Farah. Yeah. They're both quite similar when it comes to creating tokens. Yeah, it's good. But probably new Healy Odd is better than old Healy Odd. Probably the only case in which a new Feroz God was actually better than an old Feroz God, where new Healy Odd was better than old Healy Odd. But other cases was basically the new Feroz Gods were just worse than the old ones. Let's just get to our number 17. And we got Saskia the Unyielding. 4 mana, 3/4, legendary human soldier with vigilance haste. As Saskia enters the battlefield, choose a player. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, it also deals that much damage to a chosen player. So it can just double the damage to a certain player. Or just when you deal combat damage to someone, you also hit that player by default. Just no matter what happens, like attack someone, you deal damage to that player. Attack someone else, deal damage to that player. And attack that player, you deal double damage to the same player. Good. That's just how you play this card. And it really is a good card. Because it's just because it can just make multiple player damage. It's good at making threats because it can deal damage to multiple players, or just dealing double damage to a single player. Yeah, it's just master of collateral damage or extra damage. Your choice. But choose wisely. Well, not really, because you can just switch from sometimes like double damage to a player or deal damage to 2 players in the middle of the game. But yeah, it's quite good. Let's get to number 16. And there we go. We got Una, Queen of the Fae. So we got 6 mana, 5/5 legendary fairy wizard with flying. Etz and Dimir hybrid. Choose a color. Target opponent ingests Etz. And for each card of the chosen color exiled this way, create a 1/1 fairy rogue with flying. So yeah, it's really good because you can just choose someone, just name a color, just go against a green deck, and you just go like, okay, green. And then, hey, you, green player, I'll name green. You have to ingest Etz. Like, okay, ingest 10, because you just put 10 mana on it, like 10 and Dimir hybrid on the spell. So then they ingest 10. 7 of them are just green cards. 2 are lands and 1 is an artifact. with no color. So you get 7 fairies. It's fairy rogues for flying. It's good. And you can just, and then you just don't know what to do. Like, you can just use them to just like fight back against the player you just threatened recently by just ingesting 10 from them. Like, because they go like, now I'm just, since you just ingested me, now I'm going to attack you with everything. You can just threaten players safely, because once you do that, you'd still have creatures to block the incoming attack with all the creatures. So you defend. Problem is, trample exists. So guess what? It does not work. If you know they have trample stuff, then don't do it against them. Just do it to someone else. Yeah. Because that's just only played in Commander. I'm just talking about relatively realistic Commander situations right there. Yeah. Let's get to card 15. And we got Captain Sesay, 4 mana 2/2 legendary human soldier with tap. Search your library for a legendary card, reveal it, and put in your hand. Then shuffle your library. Good thing is, right at the end of 2017, they reworded Planeswalkers. They errated all the Planeswalkers so that they were now legendary, as well as just being Planeswalkers. Only difference is, there's no more Planeswalker uniqueness, and now there's legendary rule for Planeswalkers, meaning that you can actually have 2 of the same Planeswalker with different names. Like, you can have a Jace Beleren and a Jace the Mind Sculptor in the battlefield at the same time. Because the uniqueness rule gets replaced by the legendary rule. So this means they're legendary. So Captain Sesay can just search them out as well. It's just really good. Good thing is they haven't errated Captain Sesay. They wouldn't just go like, search your library for a legendary card that isn't a Planeswalker card, reveal it and put in your hand and shuffle your library. That's not going to happen. They're just going to improve Sesay and not leave her at the same situations as before. Because, of course, before the errata, Planeswalkers were not legendary. So they decide to improve Sesay than just keeping her in the original situation. I don't know, what are your thoughts about that? Well, let's get to card 14. Simply number 14, and it's Meren of Clan NeoTov. It's a 4 mana 3/4 legendary human shaman with, whenever no creature you control dies, you get an experience counter. And if you end step, choose a creature in your graveyard. Choose target creature in your graveyard. If its CMC is less than or equal to the number of experience counters you have, return it to battlefield. Otherwise, put in your hand. It's good at just retrieving creatures. Sometimes, usually, you put them to hand. Otherwise, you can, in best case scenario, you put them onto battlefield, so it's quite good at just doing retrieval stuff. It's a really good card in Commander. Because most of these cards are just good in Commander. This specific drop series of extended art commanders are just good for Commander. I don't know. They're just, I'm not sure what they're called, but yeah, they're just really good really good in Commander and as commanders. Because each drop series has a different name. But I don't know what's the name of this one. Let's get to our number 13. And we got Narset, Enlightened Master, also the art of this podcast as well. 6 mana, 3/2, legendary human monk with first strike hexproof. Whenever narset attacks, it's out top 4 cards of your library. On turn of turn, you may cast non-creature cards as out with narset this turn without paying their mana costs. Yeah, it's really good. Because when narset you just use narset in a commander deck with all just non-creature stuff. So when she attacks, you can just cast everything. You just cast 4 spells for free, basically saying. Yeah, it's really good. Actually, now it just... Oh wait, never mind. I thought it was cards it's out of Narset that weren't cast could be casted in another turn you attack with Narset. It's not... I just realized it's not like Robber of the Rich, where cards it's out of Robber of the Rich, you can cast them in any turn you attack with a rogue. But no, that's not the case for Narset. Probably you'd be casting everything in the same turn when you just Zao them with Narset because it's for free! And everyone likes free spells. Let's get to card 12. And we got Karametra, God of Harvests. 5 mana, 6/7 with legendary enchantment creature god with indestructible. As long as your devotion to green and white is less than 7, she isn't a creature. Whenever you cast a creature spell, you may search your library for forest or plains, put it into battlefield tapped, then shuffle your library. Good thing it says forest or plains, so you can actually go with like temple gardens and stomping grounds and stuff like that. Just dual lands. But still, why would you be playing that kind of land in Commander? Because this is only a Commander card. Why would you be playing those lands in Commander? You better off just be playing life gain lands. Or just basic lands. Maybe even check lands at most. But really, shock lands in Commander? Fetch lands as well? Why? Why do people do this? It doesn't make sense. But yeah. Still, anyway, Karametra is just a really good card. Ow. Why's my leg hurt? Never mind. Let's get to card 11. And we got Aphrios, God of Passage. It's a 3 mana, 5/4 legendary enchantment creature god with indestructible. As long as your devotion to white and black is less than 7, Aphrios isn't a creature. Whenever another creature you own dies, return it to your hand unless target opponent pays 3 life. Simple as that. Nothing else. It's just pure power. It's just really good in a Shadowborn Apostles deck in Commander, where you just run 30 Shadowborn Apostles and then everything else are just demons. So then you can just search them off with Shadowborn Apostle. When you sacrifice 6 Apostles, and you bring them back to your hand, except an opponent will just pay 3 life. But good thing is, you target an opponent. So it's not any opponent that can do it. You just have to select an opponent if they really want to. So you can just do some politics. You can even target one with less than 3 life. So then you consistently just... So you just, with this kind of deck, you want to keep someone at 2 life or 1 life. So they can't pay the 3 life. So you just do your stuff, target them every time, and then you just win. You just kill everyone else, spare him, and then right at the end, just kill him if you want to, or just make him just suffer by just seeing all of this and just, I don't know. Or a trick is give everyone. Wait a moment. I was thinking, what happens if each opponent has hexproof and you have Aphrios? Does your ability fizzle because there's no target, or does it just immediately bounce to your hand because you can't target an opponent? If it just returns to your hand, guaranteed without anyone being able to pay, or the ability does not resolve because there's no target. So the opponents are happy because there's no retrieval and it's free of charge because they don't pay the free life to do that. Still, I like the new Aphrios better because you can just steal the opponent's creatures by just putting coin counters on them, and then when they die, you get them on your side. Let's get to card 10. And we got Farah, God of the Sea. Say 3 mana, 5/5, legendary enchantment creature, god with indestructible as long as your devotion to blue is less than 5. She isn't a creature. And at the beginning of your upkeep, scry 1. 2 mana, target creature you control can't be blocked this turn. It's really good because it just gives you a free scry each turn, and then just makes some of your creatures unblockable. It's just one of the main cards in the mono blue devotion deck in Pioneer. It used to be like the worst god, but with Pioneer it just started being really good. Even without the existence of Pioneer, there have been new gods in Pharos, Beyond Death, of course, and in WarSpark. So it wouldn't have been just classed the worst god in the game. I don't know. It still is really good. So yeah, it's probably better than the new Farah, of course. But do you think it's really a good card still? Is it a good card because of Pioneer, or is it just still a bad card? I don't know. Just type in the live chat, top chat, stream chat, comments. What do you think about that card? Oh, remember to subscribe as well if you haven't already, and follow. Let's get to card 9. Simply 9, and it is and we got Crewfit, God of Horizons. It's a 5 mana 4/7 legendary enchantment creature, god with indestructible. As long as your devotion to green and blue is less than 7, he isn't a creature. You have no master in hand size. If you would lose unspent mana, that mana becomes colorless instead. It's really good because with this as your commander, your main strategy is to try play big stuff because your mana gets accumulated. If Crewfit is on the battlefield, you get to accumulate your mana, and then you can and also you have no master in hand size, so you can just accumulate the mana, build up cards, and then just once you get a lot of colorless mana, you just spend them all to just cast lots of stuff and just beat everyone up by just channeling a lot of mana with Crewfits. And yeah, it's similar. The strategy with Crewfits is similar to Omnath's strategy, except that Crewfits is indestructible and it's much harder to deal with. So yeah, but Omnath grows for the unspent mana in your mana pool. Also with Omnath, the thing is that the mana, it only tracks green mana, and the green mana that gets unspent is still green. Crewfits just makes it lose the color. Yeah, but you get to keep the mana, all types of mana. No matter what, it's still a really good card. Yeah. Let's just get to our number 8. Golden 8. Let's do this. And we got Xenagos, God of Revels. 5 mana, 6/5. Legendary enchantment creature, god with indestructible as long as your devotion to red and green is less than 7. He isn't a creature. And if you have combat on your turn, another target creature you control gains haste and gets +X on turn of turn, where X is that creature's power. It's a good card because it basically just does like a berserk-like effect, except instead of trample, it gives haste. And also gives extra toughness, so it's still good. It's just really good, and you get to do it each turn, which is good. And you don't destroy the creature at end of turn, which is also good. Yeah. So, what are your thoughts about this card? It really is a good card. So yeah, it's really good at just devastating opponents. But he can't target himself. He can only target other creatures. And probably with this in your Xenagos commander deck, you have really big stuff, probably. Well, yeah, either way, it's just a really good card. Let's just get to our number 7. Simply card 7. There we go. And we got Nylea, God of the Hunt. It's a 4 mana, 6/6 legendary enchantment creature, god with indestructible. As long as your devotion to green is less than 5. She isn't a creature. Other creatures you control have trample. 4 mana, target creature gets +2/+2 on turn of turn. It's really good. It's kind of like a Ronus in a way, because she just gives the other creatures trample. And yeah. And she just makes the other creatures grow. But the thing is that Ronus doesn't benefit. The thing is that Nylea doesn't benefit herself by doing that. She's not like Ronus, because Ronus would just benefit himself by using his activated ability, because Ronus can't attack or block unless you control another creature with power 4 or greater. But Nylea is only just devotion, like all the Pharos gods. She only really just cares about devotion. And if there's no devotion, then she's not a creature. Yeah. Still indestructible, though. Let's just get to number 6. And we got Iroas, God of Victory. It's a 4 mana, 7/4 legendary enchantment creature, god with indestructible. As long as your devotion to red and white is less than 7, he isn't a creature. Creatures you control have menace. Prevent all damage that will be dealt to attacking creatures you control. Wow. It's kind of it's kind of like protection while attacking, but does not prevent blocks. Like, it's kind of practically saying he just gives creatures you control menace, and attacking creatures you control have partial protection. Or like, creatures you control have partial protection while attacking, which partial protection will only prevent damage. So it will not prevent targeting, it will not prevent blocking, and will not cause auras to fall off. Because that's what happens with protection. But this only just prevents damage. So yeah, it's quite good. Yeah. So let's just get to our next card. Number 5. Let's do this. And we got Phenat, God of Deception. 5 mana, 4/7 legendary enchantment creature, god with indestructible. As long as your devotion to blue and black is less than 7, Phenat isn't a creature. Creatures you control have tap, target player, or mill sets, where X is that creature's this creature's toughness. Yeah. It's really good. You can easily compare Phenats to Una. I think Phenats is better than Una. Yeah. That's why I put Phenats in number 5 and Una in number 16. Yeah. Wait, Phenats is just really good because Phenats can make your creatures mill, can give your creatures the ability to mill. Yeah. When he becomes a creature, he immediately just gets like powerful mills because he has a 7 toughness, so he can just mill 7 when he becomes a creature. Otherwise, then just start gathering high toughness creatures and start milling. Phenats is really good when it comes to being a wall tribal commander. Like, you can make a wall tribal deck and have Phenats as your commander because your walls will have high toughness, of course. So Phenats will let them mill. So Phenats is a good wall tribal commander, but you're better off going with Pramicon instead of using Phenats. I don't know. I think Phenats would be a good wall tribal commander, but what do you prefer as a wall tribal commander? Phenats or Pramicon? Your choice. Just type in the live chat, stream chat, top chats, or in the comments your thoughts about a good wall tribal mill commander, or just a good wall tribal commander, which is Phenats or Pramicon. Let's just get to our number 4. And we got Erebos, God of the Dead. 4 mana, 5/7 legendary enchantment creature, god with indestructible. As long as your devotion to black is less than 5, he isn't a creature. Your opponents can't gain life. 2 mana, pay 2 life, draw card. So he's like a greed that's indestructible. You have to pay 1 extra mana to use his activated abilities. Your opponents can't gain life, and he can eventually become a creature. If you gather enough devotion, he becomes a creature. Otherwise, it's just a greed with an overcosted ability or an overcosted Argos Bloodfast, which stops your opponent from gaining life and is indestructible, which then can turn into a creature by using devotion. And his stats as a creature is quite good. He's a 5/7, which is for 4 mana, above average. Just basically all of the Pharos gods are just above average. Yeah. Practically saying, yeah, all of the Pharos gods are above average, I think. Yeah. Let's just get to our number 3. Golden 3. There we go. Yeah, remember to do that if you haven't already. But yeah, that's our number free card. It's 4 mana, 6/5 legendary enchantment creature god with indestructible. As long as your devotion to red is less than 5, he is not a creature. Whenever another creature on the battlefield under your control, he deals 2 damage to each opponent. 3 mana. Creatures you control get +1/+0 until end of turn. Yeah. You can just make your creature stronger, cause creatures to deal damage when they enter battlefield. So yeah. It's really a good card. I think he's better than the new Perforos, because new Perforos is just an overcosted conditional version of sneak attack, which is just really bad. Yeah, Perforos, the old one was probably better, because new one is just useless. That's Perforos, God of the Forge for you, number 3 card. Let's get to our number 2. And we got Thalia, Guardian of Firebrand. So there were 4 arts of Thalia as part of a different secret lair drop. And yeah, so there's 4 arts of Thalia, similar to how Sarum Visions had 4 arts. Well, I decided to choose this one because probably it was the coolest art. Yeah. So basically, February's drop series was Stargazing, the Thalia one, which I don't know the name of, and the Extended Art Commanders, which I also don't know the name of. Which Extended Art Commanders are similar to how there's Bitter Blossom and the Extended Art tokens. Yeah. So there's Thalia, Guardian of Firebrand, 2 mana, 2/1, legendary human soldier with first strike, non-creature spells cost 1 more to cast. Yeah. It's a really good card. Yeah. So, yeah. It's just played in Modern Legacy. And, yeah, it's really powerful. It can be played in the human deck in Modern, Death and Taxes Legacy. Death and Taxes in Modern as well. Mono White Prison as well. Yeah, it's just a really good card. Sadly enough, it's not in Pioneer. But our number 1 is just really powerful. Watch this. And we got Keranos, God of Storms. Keranos is a 5 mana, 6/5 legendary enchantment creature god with indestructible as long as your devotion to blue and red is less than 7. He isn't a creature. Reveal the first card you draw on each of your turns. Whenever you reveal a land card this way, draw card. Whenever you reveal a non-land card this way, lightning bolt. He's just really good. He's played in the Niv to Light Pioneer deck. Sometimes he's seen play in Modern as well. Commander as well is a really good format with Keranos, and yeah, he just went from one of the worst to one of the best. Actually, yeah, he's just really good. It's because above average, yeah. So when you're out of cards and you need more fuel, you draw land, you draw an extra card. So this means you have higher chances of getting better stuff. But if you draw a non-land, then you hit something good. And as an extra reward, you get to lightning bolt anything for free. Just make your pick and just lightning bolt anything. Just go like, zap, your Bone Crusher Giant is dead. Ow, I take 2 damage. So, zap, 3 damage to you. There we go. Zap, I just killed this random thing. I don't know, just Zap! I just put 3 damage on a Gurmag Angler. I can just, hey look, my top deck was a shock. So I'm just going to shock it, and there we go. You killed a Gurmag. Or just go like, zap! Your Narcomoeba is dead. So, or like, zap! I killed your Abbot of Carol Keep. Or like, zap! Go away, Goblin Chain Whirler. Or just zap a Oracle, or just do some zap Calafe even, or just drop and zap anything, even the opponent. When you just draw, when you draw a non-land, then you just lightning bolt. And if you draw land, you draw extra card, which is quite good. That's what I like about Keranos. Congratulations, you've reached the end of the podcast. So why don't you like and subscribe if you haven't already? And just comment down below which of these were your favorite and what you recommend me to use in a deck. Well, I mean, not really, or just probably, if you're going to build a deck around one of those cards, just leave a comment or just leave a message in the top chat. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed it, and bye.